Good day everyone, Brayden here coming to you from the Epcot parking lot. Look at this Tesla behind me, what the heck? Pretty cool looking. Anyways guys, we're about to head into Epcot here and take a look at the latest going on in that Epcot Crater you have in the middle of the former Future World. Now that middle part will be called World Celebration. We got Moana Journey of Water, which we got some more details on at the D23 Expo last month, as well as the new Communicore Hall area where they're basically rebuilding part of that building that they demolished, where you used to have Innovations West and Club Cool and all that stuff going on in that area there, if you recall. In our Magic Kingdom vlog the other day, I was saying that the crowds were pretty high, higher than I expected. I think today is going to be the same deal here in Epcot because it's the middle of the day and they parked me pretty close to the back of the parking lot, so it is quite busy here. And also it should be noted, this is the first time I'm going to Epcot since it turned 40 years old. Unfortunately, it was logistically impossible for me to be at the 40th anniversary itself, which was on October 1st, but we'll talk all about that and see what is still remaining of the cool stuff that they did on that day. Epcot bros, we are so back. Here we are, here in Epcot. We got the fountains, we got the beautiful Spaceship Earth. The reason I wasn't doing these Epcot construction updates for a bit, it's because after Guardians opened, it really wasn't that interesting, you know, what was going on. There was really minimal visible progress happening in the middle. We got the Connections Cafe, an eatery, which I actually like the design in there. Better than the Creation Store half, for sure. And then after that, it was a little uneventful. I just did the monorail ride to see into the crater, and there are these massive buildings they're putting together. We got those details at the D23 Expo about what they're doing with Moana Journey of Water, so we're gonna check all of that out here today. And I'm actually here in the afternoon, so we'll be able to see the sun go down over Epcot, and hopefully they're still doing that special Epcot 40th show with all the classic music on Spaceship Earth. Today is October 6th, we'll see if they're still doing it. I hope they are. If they are, we'll capture it. So without further ado, let's see what's going on in the middle of the Epcot Crater. Taking a look at Journey of Water inspired by Moana, behind me here you can see this crane for the construction they are doing right by the guest walkway here. That is a big crane that they are working with there. So anyways, if you look in from the monorail into the Moana site, you can see just the scale of the work, the complexity of the work you have going on here. Now, right now, Disney is saying this is gonna open late 2023. It seems further along than that, doesn't it? With all the rock work they're doing, there seems to be pretty good progress here. You might notice there are some interesting looking sort of metal tubes sort of sticking out. I think those are supports for, there's gonna be some coverings, some canopies that will allow you to escape the sun here. So basically those are going to be holding up fabric or something like that. There's also going to be some interesting light fixtures, so some of these posts that they are installing, these supports, might be for some of that as well, either lighting or shade. One of the big pieces of nearly completed rock work, which is visible from guest areas as you're walking in to World Nature, is actually a piece where you have a Moana logo. You can see here because this is inspired by Moana, as Disney keeps pointing out. Taking a look from up by Journey into Imagination, you guys know I love that angle. Looking at what you can see of Moana from there you can see more of this rock work that seems like it's pretty far along, and you can see that there are some holes in the rock work, some tunnels underneath, and that of course will be some welcomed places to sit, escape the sun here in Central Florida. That would be awesome, as the sun is beaming down on me right now. It is quite hot today and it's busy, and you're in this concrete jungle, so it's going to be very, very nice to have a concrete jungle in the form of Moana Journey of Water, which actually provides some shade over your head. So that is going to be some very, very awesome stuff. As the monorail passes over us here, I'm pretty excited for Journey of Water. Late 2023 is still a ways to go, still a ways we have to wait here for this to be done. By the way, why isn't it called Moana Journey of Water? That sounds better than Journey of Water inspired by Moana. Anyways, point being, that's your latest look at what's going on with the Moana walkthrough attraction. What this is going to be is you're going to have all sorts of water features and places to relax, escape the sun here in Central Florida. So it's just going to be an all-around fun attraction to check out. Now, next door, you might be noticing some of this footage I've been showing you, there are these two massive towers that have risen up in the Epcot Crater. Now, what I believe these are the elevator shaft, as well as maybe another elevator shaft or a stairwell of some kind for the Communicore Hall building. As you guys probably know, they announced back when they opened Guardians that they are going to be rebuilding part of Innovations West effectively. It's not exactly the same. The style of the building, the architecture, it's a little different. It's a little bit more modern and boxy. But now for the first time in real life, I'm starting to realize the scale of this building. This is going to be an events building. It's going to be like the new festival center. You guys recall the festival center we used to have in the Wonders of Life Pavilion. This is going to be the central hub for all the festival activities. For example, during Festival of the Arts inside Communicore Hall, there will be artwork on display. For example, what they'll be doing with this space. I didn't realize how tall it is. Looking at it here, you can see in relation to the monorail track how tall that is, in relation to Spaceship Earth behind it there. This is going to be a pretty tall building. Now, if you look closely at these two towers that Disney's built so far for the elevators, things like this, you can tell it's 2 floors. It's a 2-story building. But each story looks to be pretty tall, taller than in your house or something like that. This is going to be a pretty tall building, very similar, if not identical, to what you have over at Innoventions East. Now, insofar as the rest of the Epcot Crater is concerned, there's really not too much to report otherwise. I did see active work happening over by Communicore Hall. There's a guy doing the excavator. Aside from that, looking into the middle area, it seems like there's a lot of equipment, but not so much in the way of workers or activity or a ton of earth moving going on. So we'll see how this develops. We know a lot of the other area, it's going to be the Dreamer's Point, it's going to be the Walt statue, and a lot of that area, you know, it's just going to be planters, walkway, things of this nature. So hopefully this Epcot Crater, it'll all come together soon here. But given that the furthest thing along, Moana Journey of Water, isn't opening until late 2023 at the earliest, according to Disney, this crater's gonna be here into 2024 in some capacity, which is just insane that you have this large of a construction project happening in the middle of a park. You have to bypass walkways for guests to even get around it, and you let it stay a construction project for years and years and years and years. This is the kind of thing that you think Disney would want to expedite. Here in the middle, it's like this has been blocked off for so long. It's pretty unbelievable. That's the latest in the crater. Let's go see what's going on in the World Showcase with those beautiful, harmonious barges. Taking a look into the middle of the World Showcase Lagoon, guys, something insane is happening right now. Just now, the fountains turned on. The daytime fountains on the barges. Look at this. Remember the concept art for these? They are on as we speak. What is going on? Usually these aren't on. This is so crazy to see. So anyways, the news here is that during the hurricane, Disney made some adjustments to the barges so that they wouldn't get damaged or anything like that. And Blog Mickey caught them doing some major maintenance on the barges, getting everything back in working order with the boom arms and everything like that. Now, as I'm looking at it, everything looks good, and the fountains are actually running here with the Walt Disney World 50 logo on the screens. These barges, man, they are something else. I've heard from sources very reliable that these barges might be going by the wayside when we get the next permanent Epcot Nighttime Spectacular. When that'll be, we don't even know. Disney says that Harmonious is going to stop, and then they're going to be doing a special show for Disney's 100th anniversary. There's rumors that'll be Epcot Forever. We'll see as we get closer here what happens with all that. I'm just amazed. I'm looking at the daytime fountains right now. These normally aren't running. We actually caught them once before Harmonious even debuted, but they are running as we speak. Isn't that wild? So everybody, the sun is setting here at Epcot. You can see the reflection off of Spaceship Earth right now. It looks really, really nice. I'm curious what we're gonna see insofar as Spaceship Earth at night is concerned. Are they still doing the 40th show? We'll find out momentarily here. While I was over in the World Showcase, I had the opportunity to do a lap around, and I got some food as part of Food and Wine. At the Japan booth, I got the spicy salmon. Now, usually there is a spicy roll of some kind, traditionally at the Japan booth for Food and Wine. This year, it's more of like a poke bowl kind of thing, one of those deals. It was quite good, I would say. I would say 8 out of 10 on that spicy salmon there. It's a nice amount of salmon, a nice amount of rice. Definitely something that I would say is worth the price. That rhymed. And then for dessert, over by Test Track, there is the Flavors from Fire booth, where I got the Rocky Road chocolate cake. So it's a chocolate cake, and then above it, there's like some almonds and some marshmallows and stuff like that. If you're a fan of almonds, it was quite good. I thought it was a pretty good dessert. There might be a better dessert, I'm not sure, but that one I heard good things about, and I did enjoy it. That one I would say 7.1 out of 10, somewhere around there. Definitely not up to the spicy salmon levels, but definitely not bad for a dessert. There's a lot of good desserts here at Disney, so that's a more competitive category, I would say. Then I headed over to the Odyssey Pavilion, where they've gotten rid of the Epcot experience. That closed a while ago, as you guys recall, and now you go in there, and where the Epcot experience was, it's all this seating, and you can still see where the Epcot experience was, because the ring that all the projectors were mounted on, the lighting rig is still mounted on the ceiling. So you can actually see where the Circle Vision 360 theater used to be, where the screens were, and you had that model in the middle. Now it's just an eating area. that's the way Epcot is headed. It really seems like it's mostly about the food and the drink. It is what it is. Here we have the monorail going by behind me. Beautiful, beautiful entrance area we got here. Now, the other thing that I checked out, Epcot 40th related, was the merchandise. By the way, the music just got way louder for some reason. Here you can see everyone entering the park here on a Thursday night. It's pretty busy here at Epcot today, I have to say. So guys, they just did a run through of the new Epcot score, the new Epcot theme, and the lights did their thing. Not sure if we're gonna get the 40th show tonight or not. We will see in a bit here. Before we get to that, also Epcot 40th related, I went into the Creation Shop, or store, whatever it's called, the Creation Shop, I think it is, where they have all the Epcot 40th merchandise. Unfortunately, I was not able to be here for the 40th itself, but you can still get dated merch. They have stuff in there that says October 1st, 2022, which is pretty funny, even though I'm filming this on October 6th. There is a lot of merch in the Creation Shop, Epcot 40th related. You're looking at some of it right now. The thing that I liked the most was they have a Horizons pin, where it has the Horizons logo, and then it opens, and then you have the Horizons butler. I got that one. I think that'd be cool to sort of, you know, have sitting on the desk with the door open. It can sort of stand up on its own the way that it's constructed. I thought that's cool with the Horizons butler in there. They also have one with Dreamfinder and Figment in the Rainbow Tunnel. They also have a World of Motion one. They have a lot of different Figment pins where Figment is interacting with the various Epcot logos, Pavilion logos, the Epcot Park logo, a lot of Figment related merchandise in general. They also have this giant Figment pin, and that is $115, which is pretty insane. They had a ton of those. They really have a lot of Epcot 40th merch, so if you're worried about it's all gonna be gone by the time you get here, as of right now, October 6th, they got pretty much everything, so you are in good shape. They got many different shirts and hoodies and all sorts of stuff that is Epcot 40th branded. So that's what's going on as far as the merchandise here for the 40th anniversary of Epcot. Now I'm gonna get the tripod out of my car, set up here, and hopefully we'll have the 40th show on Spaceship Earth. So everybody, they're playing Be Our Guest right now. The sun is set. The tripod is in the perfect spot. We're about to see the 40th show here. They're doing it, and I think we're gonna have some pretty nice footage here. I have a special filter on the lens that'll make Spaceship Earth look a little bit more special. It's gonna have these cool starbursts going on. Let's do it.
Just make believe, tiny little seed that's reaching up to meet your need. Let's listen to the land we all love. Nature's plan will shine above. Listen to the land, listen to the land.
If we can dream it, then we can do it. Yes, we can, yes, we can. If we can dream it, then we can do it. Yes, we can, yes, we can.
Have you ever looked beyond today into the future?
Picturing a world we've yet to see.
The wonder of finding new ways that lead to the promise of a brighter day.
Epcot. What an awesome show, guys. I'm so glad I was able to see that and bring it to you here. Let me know what you guys thought of my cinematography. I tried to do something there, something cool. Hopefully it turned out nice. I think some of those songs are copyrighted, funny enough, by Universal Music Group. So hopefully I was able to show all of it, but if I had to cut it up a little bit, I apologize. But the full show, you can find it online. But I think my version in particular turned out good. I hope it turned out good. I haven't actually seen it yet, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this look at everything going on here at Epcot. Happy 40th, Epcot. Be sure to subscribe with those notifications on so you don't miss any of the awesome content we have coming. We have a lot of cool stuff in the works. There's going to be more Address Unknown episodes on our new historical documentary channel. Be sure to check out our new documentary over there, which is about Photomat, this defunct retail chain, a cool piece of Americana, this story I uncovered, which is pretty awesome. The next Address Unknown, which I'm starting to work on, will be another Disney topic. So we'll have a nice variety on that channel of different topics. Should be a lot of fun. And then as far as new Mickey Views content, I think I want to do a video about film photography here at Walt Disney World. I've been doing a lot of that this past year. That would be cool. And also, hopefully we'll have some news stuff coming soon, some new Disney news. Not a whole lot going on lately. I do want to talk about why I think Harmonious is going away. I don't think it's because of our reaction. I think it has to do with the numbers. So much more on the way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Live from outside of Spaceship Earth here in Epcot, which just turned 40 years old. This is Brayden. Thank you so much for watching. Have a magical day.